What I didn't expect was the hate that I got from Black people and from Africans especially. They posted me on Netflix Ninja, or the Instagram account for like Nigerian Netflix stars, right? They posted me on that. All of the comments were like, take her off. We don't like this one. She's such a bad representation of Nigerians. Someone commented, like, you are the worst representation of Black women I've ever seen on TV. I said,
wow.
I Tolú am the worst representation of Black women in a world where BET and Christian Rock exists. I am the worst representation of Black women.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like.
Welcome to 154. Today we're excited to have an unapologetically bold voice of this generation. She's a reality TV star, a striking model, a polarizing influencer, a scene stealer, a fan favorite, and a true embodiment of the main character energy. You've seen her dominate the Netflix reality TV universe, winning $73,600 on The Trust,
US dollars.
A game of greed, and winning your hearts on The Perfect Match Season 2. She's the life of the party, a proud Nigerian, a devoted daughter, a dynamic force. Yeah. Please welcome Tolú Ekundare to 154.
Oh man, like
Nigeria, Nigeria, okay.
We just all bust out into it. You know, we are so happy to have you here at 154. You know, we always like to celebrate with a toast. So we got our chin chin. We'll have our palm wine. Have you had chin chin?
Have I had chin chin? Small chops.
Did I insult you?
Oh!
It would be cool if you ate it though, right?
Okay, ready, do it again. You have to do it like.
Okay. I got it. I got this.
Oh boy, here we go.
No pressure. Oh, wait. No, that was. I was making sure y'all was looking.
Take 3.
All right, 3 is a good number.
Yeah.
Yay!
She's trying to do it in one shot like this.
Yeah.
It's because he bald.
They were like,
I don't like it's easy to do when you bald. It's okay.
Man, that was messed.
If at first you don't succeed.
It was the light, because I was like, I don't see it. You know? That was awesome! That was great!
Rejected.
Oh, I deserve that real nice.
No.
In the house of Motombo, you can eat chin-chin. In the house of Motombo. Oh, sorry.
We got our palm wine. Have you had palm wine before?
Twice.
Okay.
But you had
It's
it,
been a
though.
minute ago.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna see.
Yeah, the very
How lit
first time.
is? How
the very first
lit?
time I was on this show. The very first time I had it was on this show. Yep.
Yeah, I had it. I was drinking it a couple times. There's a place called Aduka's.
Educa.
Aduka that
in Inglewood.
Yeah, she moved it to 2 different places, and then I bought the bottle like twice, like about 3-4 years ago.
What is this? An African market or a restaurant?
It's a restaurant right by the airport. It's a weird. The GPS can't find it for some reason. You know, like the GPS goes
I beg.
Hold on. You put it into the. Okay, we're gonna go to the Educa restaurant. You put it into. Okay, here we go. Take it in.
and then I was going. It's like, where's this place? I'm like, come on, GPS, make it right. I see there's nothing there. So now we have to reroute. And then I heard it go. That's Nigerian GPS, man.
Confirm GPS.
Cheers. Thank you. Good time. Good combo.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Make you feel
like
bonita.
wine.
Tolú, what's your full name?
Okay,
Okay,
here we
give it
go.
to us. We always have a competition here.
My name is Tolú Ekundare. But if you want to say like the full way, because you know the sentence, you know the sentence. You know the sentence?
I don't know the sentence actually. What's
Okay,
the
so you know Tolú is the name, but it derives from the sentence Ti Oluwa ni Ọpẹ́. which means to God be all
See,
thanks.
what I
Thanks
told you,
be to God.
it's always God.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's either God, that's Olu, God,
Olu.
or
Olu, yeah.
Ola, wealth,
Wealth.
or Ade, crown.
I did.
So we like God, we like money, and we like royalty.
You're royalty, proud.
Yeah.
Because I'm Oluwakemi.
Yes.
Yeah, Idowu.
So I'm
yeah.
Ndubisi. Ndubisi means health is the most important thing, which is
health is wealth.
Because I'm a health dude, which I was,
That makes sense. He was eating brown rice before y'all turned the cameras on.
Okay. Can I just tell you a story? So I hit him up yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, yo, I just landed in LA, and I'm looking, and we're FaceTiming, and I see his background, but he's in a parking lot." I'm like, "Why do I feel like you in Whole Foods or something?" And sure enough, he walks through the door. I'm like, this dude, like, he is the pickiest. Look at his skin. Look at this.
You one of them vegan Africans?
I didn't even know there ones existed. All meats. You try to have no meat at a Nigerian party.
Oh, no, it's not happening.
They'd be like, we have rice and this is vegetation.
Even the rice got meat.
You said what?
Even the rice got meat.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
made
right,
with
right.
meat
Buried
broth.
under there. There's
Yeah.
meat. There's some hard meat you got to rip open. Meat, I eat meat. They always ask me, vegetarians be like, "Oh, you must be vegetarian. Your skin." I go, "My skin would be hollow. You know, I don't eat raw. I eat meat. This is meat. Meat. You know what I mean?
Meat face.
I saw this on TikTok. Like you had a thing where, people who mispronounce your name, you take a shot. Like that was a funny thing. I would be drunk off my butt, right?
No.
I mean, with our names, it's challenging. Like, first off, how drunk did you get?
All I'm saying is the trust, they actually did good on the trust. They were pronouncing my name correctly. It was perfect match where everybody was just renaming me anyhow. It was like Tolú. I think, you know what it was? Because I spelled my Tolú with the accent on the U, which is like not because it's not in the American way of spelling it.
Yeah.
Americans would just spell it regular, right?
Yeah.
But the Yoruba alphabet has the accents because our language is so tonal.
Yeah.
So for me, it was important to have the accent on the U because I'm like, my name isn't just Tolú or it's Tolú. Like,
I still struggle with the tonal part. I want to get it. I mean,
What about Tolu? Yo, Tolu.
no, that's what they were calling me. Tolu or Tulu. And I was just
So
like,
how have you managed that? Like, I'm sure now coming to the States, you had to get used to it because I've gotten used to it. Like, if you try and you kind of that's it right there. You got it, even though they didn't. But like, how have you handled that? Like, does it offend you? Does it at least you're trying?
No, it doesn't offend me. But one thing that I am very cause there's a reason our parents gave us our names, right? It's not even just like a basic name. Like, I just need a sound so that I'm talking about you. Like, our names have meaning. So there was something that went on in our parents' life at a point in time to where they were like, I'm going to name my child this. Like, before your parents named you, something went on when they were like, I'm going to name you this. Before they named me, I know what went on before they were like, I'm going to name you Tolú. So for me, I feel like it's disrespectful to myself and to my culture and to my name to allow somebody else to just mispronounce it anyhow. Because again, our Yoruba is a very tonal language. Yeah. So that means like every accent, every inflection, it makes a difference and it will change the meaning of the word. So like in Yoruba, it's the difference between saying like, I have 8 husbands. You can be like, or I have 3 husbands. You can be like, Muni Okometa or Muni Okometa. Like, it's the difference between saying I have 3 husbands and I have 3 penises. Like it,
but that's like
which
Chinese.
One said that you
like Oko and Oko, they're spelled the same, but they're pronounced differently.
Like Chinese.
Now, this is going to make me very, very
crazy.
Scared. Cause I'm going back home, and I'm like, if I try to mess around, like Oko, I'm like, oh, he's got
Oko,
3. Oko. Hold on, which one is 3?
Oko is husband. Oko is husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, I have one wife. Okay.
Yeah. Oko.
Penis is what?
Oko.
So I can't say I have. So just. I have to work on the tonal.
Technically, you have one.
So
I feel like,
but not 3.
I didn't know that.
Oko is husband.
Yeah.
But Oko. See?
No.
You said that a little quicker.
Oko is husband.
The penis. No. Oko.
Yeah.
Is husband.
Oh, yeah.
Now
and
what's
then Oko?
Oko. So now you know the penis. You be like Oko. Oh.
But even Yoruba is like.
That's like a mnemonic device to help
It's
you
so
remember?
like, because it's so tonal, like even me self, I know people gonna watch this like, this girl not even pronouncing things the proper, most correct way. And I'm like, they love to do that.
They love doing that.
Especially having an American accent. It's like, okay, I can only pronounce it as good as I can.
Me, all of us, we have, our accents are American.
Yeah.
My sister was born in Nigeria. She understands Igbo, but she doesn't really, her voice is horrible, you know, but we have American accents transferring it into, which they don't understand. They go, you don't say it right. Yeah, because I'm doing it the American way, dummy. Exactly. And I go, and I tell my relatives, I go, but when you pronounce it English, it's trash. So I don't say nothing about you. Europeans.
Wait, who are you saying this to?
Europeans.
I want to know if you fighting with your mama, your granny?
Never. No, first of all, I would never fight with my relatives, but it's like, it's like the comments.
Yes.
Like they see me see me do jokes and they go, we don't even sound like, you sound like you're from Ghana. I said, close enough.
West side, honey.
I mean, they get real,
West Africa.
Yeah, they say you're mocking. I said, I'm not. I'm proud of what I am. I'm telling you what my father said to me.
Yeah.
It's go ahead.
No,
it's like the best.
To me, I think it's a sense of pride. I get where they're coming from. They want you to, have a sense of pride of where you come from. And it's like, I'm struggling. Like I have, like my friend's mom is so patient, so gentle with me. Like I need that gentle correction. Like, oh, this is how you say it. Versus like, this one doesn't know how to.
This one say. See how you're just talking. Say it again.
And they want to. It's like when Americans do British accents. They go, that's. I'm doing it right. I go, yes, I am. You know what I do when I go? Because I'm going to London soon, and I will start off with an English accent, and they don't say. I'm like, I'm from Birmingham. That's what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, right. I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
No, wait, you actually was eating that. I'm not going to lie.
Because if I go, oh, watch me do my British accent. Hello, Mary Poppins. It's just, it's a hater thing.
Yeah.
Well, you moved here to the United States when you were 2 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. How much of Nigeria do you remember? Did you go back and forth?
Yeah, so we would go back like every summer or every
that's great.
Other summer, as much as we could afford.
Yeah.
Them tickets.
Yeah, them tickets be what?
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I would go back very frequently. And then even at home, because I moved from Nigeria. I moved from Nigeria when I was 2. I was born in Nigeria.
Okay.
We moved when I was 2. We lived in Florida for a year. And then straight from Florida, we moved to Brooklyn. And I lived in Brooklyn for 9 years.
Yeah, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So your elementary years were in New York.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Very much so. And then from New York, we moved to Houston. And I've lived in Houston ever since until just a few months ago when I moved down here to
That's cool.
Los Angeles.
So you've kind of had the East Coast, the South, and the West Coast.
All of that.
I don't think you're going to find the same type of Nigerian community. There's a big Nigerian community here, but not as big as in Houston. Houston feels
is
like
massive.
Like
Houston is
Nigeria
Lagos.
3.0.
And Dallas.
Yeah.
My sister's in Dallas. That's little Nigeria right there.
Did your family know anybody in America? What made them move to America?
No, not really. We moved to America. Really, it was God.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. And I talk about this on the Trust, which is so funny because, funny story, when the Trust came out, I was like world's most hated person. Even in Nigeria, they hated my guts. And I was just like, damn.
You play it hard now. You play it hard. Yeah.
They hated me. So anyway, I even talk about it in the Trust. When we moved to America, it was completely by God. We moved from a visa lottery. So we won a visa lottery. And then, my mom won the visa lottery. And so my mom won. And then she, at the time, or just long story short, or long story long, we were not very well off in Nigeria, right? And so that visa lottery was literally like my father, he used to have a dream, right? Like one day we're going to make it to America. My child is going to make it to America. I'm going to raise her in the States. It's going to be amazing. He even gave me an English name. We're not going to even talk about that over here, right? Because he was like, when she gets to America, I want her friends to be able to pronounce her name properly. So he gave me an English name too.
So Susie,
Betty, Ekundare,
Mary.
It's really
Betty.
Yeah, we're not even going because people gonna start looking at us.
I want to hear it.
I'm gonna tell you off the camera.
Just
You never gonna guess the child.
Gertrude.
Gertrude is kind of crazy.
Shamika.
Geneva.
Shamika.
What Nigerian you know is naming their child Geneva?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Sophia, Precious.
No, it would be outstanding. It would be
Faith.
blessing. It would be favor.
Yeah, that's true.
Amen.
My niece is Precious.
But like, yeah, so we won the visa lottery. And then from there, like my parents had to run around because literally you had to, once you win the lottery, it's like, okay, now you just have to find the money to be able to pay for like the visas, right?
Yeah.
So it was 3 of us, my mom, my dad, and myself. And so they were running around trying to raise money for 3 visas. But at the end of it all, they were only able to raise money for 2. So in that instance, my mom was like, okay, maybe herself and my father will go to America first, leave me in Nigeria, and then file for me and bring me to America once they like kind of laid down the groundwork. But then my dad was like, no, I have a dream. I want my child to be raised in America. So you take our daughter, go to America, and then file for me, and then I will join you guys later. And so so my mom took me, and I was 2 years old, or like really 1.5.
Yeah.
So she had damn near a newborn, into a country where she didn't know anybody. And so we were supposed to file for my dad. It was supposed to take like maybe 3 years. It ended up taking 8.
8 years?
8 years, yeah.
Damn.
So my mom was and by that time we only lived in Florida for a year because she had one family who lived in America.
Mm-hmm.
She had one family that lived in America. So we lived in Florida for a year. Then the family, because we were staying with my mom's, like her great aunt, or I don't know, one evil lady like this, So we were staying with her. She didn't like children. I guess I cried too much. She kicked us out of the house.
Damn.
Yeah, literally kicked us out the house. So now my mom is like outside on the street with a child, a baby in Brooklyn, New York, where she don't know nobody. And then God's so good, she met like this other African lady saw my mom with me on the subway and was like, come, let me help you guys. So we stayed with her for a little bit, and that was enough for my mom to like, you know, get a job, get off her feet, and then we moved out. And yeah, ever since then, like my mom was just superwoman.
That's crazy.
She was
I wanna meet
working
your mom now, man. That's
2 to 3 jobs at a time while we were in New York.
Of course, that's Nigerian,
Wow.
boy.
And so you were an only child?
I'm still an only child.
Yeah, only child. Wow.
Damn.
So you didn't get to see your father until you were like 11 then or so?
So we would go back to
Okay.
Nigeria over the summer to go visit. So I would see daddy like when we would go to Nigeria, but like it was maybe once every like 2-3 years that I would see my dad, and really for like a few weeks at a time. And then we spent a couple weeks in Nigeria and then it's back to America for another like 3 years. And then daddy finally came and joined us in New York when I was like, around like 9, 10. No, not 9. I was like 10, 11. Yeah.
I like that you call your dad daddy. I call my dad daddy.
Same.
Yeah, I call him
Everybody, daddy,
Yeah, daddy and mommy.
I remember when my white friend Rick, we were in a we used to collect comic books, so they owned a comic book store. And his mother was at the register, and we're reading comic books. And he goes, Gail. I'm like, who's Gail? That's my mother. I go, you know her name? You just called your mother by her first name?
Boldly?
It's like, you don't call your mother? I go, my mommy. I'm Godfrey Jr. I don't know my dad's name.
No, literally.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, son. You out of your mind? It's daddy and mom.
Jr. I don't know.
It's daddy and mom. Are you out of your mind? Like what?
Literally.
Gail?
Literally.
Your friends? With your parents? Our parents used to be like, I'm not your mate.
I'm not
Never.
your mate.
Do I look like your mate?
Still not our mate.
Do I look like your mate? You talk outside. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
what?
That's my favorite saying. Am I your mate?
Am I your mate? Oh, my.
My mate.
Am I your mate?
That one, that's my second favorite. I like face your book.
Oh, facial book.
Face your book.
Oh, yeah.
Face your book. And then when Facebook came out, it was like, I am facing my book.
That was like the disrespect. You talk about, the tone was wrong.
Right.
Wait.
You're talking about to me.
Why are you? Oh, my
The
God.
full name is crazy because in our culture, literally, it's disrespectful to call damn near anybody by their full name unless they're like a peer.
Never.
Unless they're a peer, like
or
we're
age,
apples to apples
or any of
or
that,
younger, you don't call nobody by their full name.
Yeah.
if you think about it, even like within our parents, right?
Yeah.
From peer group to peer group, even they don't call their friends by their name.
Yeah,
They call
sister,
them
brother.
daddy somebody, or if they have a child, it's like
baby.
you call them by their child's name.
Yeah.
Do Igbo people do that too?
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, because we have we have our thing. Where everybody, they'll say, "Oh, you know the Igbos, you don't trust them. The Yorubas." Because my sister married a Yoruba dude, one of the wife.
You got so much to
I'm
say.
sorry, he's a wife. I will say it again. He's a cornball. I want to smack.
It's not because he's Yoruba. He's a cornball off
he
of
happens
his
to be
own.
Yoruba, right? And I remember during the wedding, that long wedding, and they were like, all the people that made speeches. It's like, okay, Juliana Onibo is marrying a Yoruba. You know how they are. And I'm like, well, how are they? And it was just a battle against Igbos and Yorubas. Everybody's like kind of roasting each other.
Right. It's always those little.
It was literally
It wasn't
a
until
roast
I became older where I started to understand some of the
tribal
jabs.
wars.
It was the jabs. And then when I was in Nigeria last year, they were like, we had a guy leading us around. His name was Bala. This dude is the smoothest dude I've ever met. He like pretty much runs the airport in Lagos. Yeah. They say, will you meet Bala? He will come. And then I was like, dude, this dude Bala is the Everybody knew Bala. He goes, because he's Hausa. Hausas know how to do business. Oh, if he was Igbo, you will have trouble.
That's crazy. I heard the opposite. Igbo people are the business minded.
This dude, Hausas, they say the house. Listen, I don't listen to any of that. There's raggedy people in every, he was like Hausa, but the guy that was, I went from Bala to Ifani, and Ifani's Igbo who ran Lagos. He was the guy that I said talk real low, and he'd be like, we'll get you the money tomorrow. Yeah, right. I can't come.
He was plugged in.
Man, I would be in the hotel at Continental. It's in Lagos. It's a major hotel. Fancy. I'm in the hotel, and it'd be like this. Me and my cousin, and he'd be like, I said, yo, I need to change my money. Oh, how much you need? Okay, there will be somebody waiting for you. And it'd be some woman going, are you good? Are you good for He said, did you get the money?
I told you.
If you need it,
where do you stay? You said he was fancy for staying in Continental.
But it's just a hotel.
Or do you
I'm saying the Continental.
That's
it's just a word name. But it's one of the major ones everybody goes to.
I thought the Echo Hotel was the
Echo?
Yeah, Echo.
No, we go to the Continental that's on not Lekki, but not Banana Island, but it's the major. It's the main. My cousin always goes to that one because she does makeup and stuff. So she goes, we're gonna help go to Continental. Everybody goes in and out of that one.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, and it's interesting to hear yours because you're a younger generation. Did you ever feel like you were too American for Africans and too Africans for Americans? Did you ever struggle with that?
That was literally my whole life story, especially in New York.
Welcome.
In Brooklyn, yeah. So growing up, I was the African booty scratcher in school.
Hey!
I was the African booty scratcher, literally.
Crazy because we're generations apart, and yet
same.
It's the same exact story, the same exact name.
I think I feel like the generation that has it the best now is Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Okay. Because now it's like being African is cool. Even when I was younger, being African wasn't cool. It was like, you African? You's a African booty scratcher. You're a this, you're a that. So growing up, cause in my house, in New York, at home in our apartment, it was Nigeria. Because mommy spoke Yoruba. At home, we would eat Nigerian food, watch Nollywood films, literally in our apartment, it was Nigeria. It's not until I leave the apartment that I'm in New York now. Yeah. So even when I would go to school, I remember in grade school was really tough for me because there was such a dichotomy between just how I interacted at home and how I interacted at school. And then a lot of it would bleed into each other. I remember, this is a core memory for me because it resulted in so much bullying. It was music class, in elementary school, and they were teaching us about famous musicians, and we were on the Bob Marley thingy, right? And so I was so proud because I had just listened to Bob Marley at home. I was like, I know this, Three Little Birds, this, that, and the third. But at home, mommy calls him Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Right? His name is Bob Marley. So I grew up thinking that his name was Bob Marley, right? Not Bob Marley.
Yeah.
His name was Bob Marley.
Here we go.
So it was time for
Boy, you
class.
setting this up really wrong. Go ahead.
But I did. But I did. And they were like, oh, class, do you know who this is? Da, da, da. And I'm like, I know who it is. I'm so proud. Okay, who is it? That's Bob Marley. And then everybody was like, what? I was like, Bob Marley. It's Bob Marley, right? That's Bob Marley. They were like, what? His name is what? Bob Marley. His name is Bob Marley. Bob Marley. I was like, I'm sorry, like I didn't know. Yeah. And then just from there, like literally they would just, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. And I was just like, all right, y'all. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It's whatever. Yeah. And then that's when I was like, you know what? My parents actually did f me up in the language. It like there was a language barrier because like even the words that we would use, like I would say words like trafficate or words like boots or aluminium instead of aluminum. You know, so because we speak British English in Nigeria,
English, yeah.
So translating that to Brooklyn, New York, right?
That's called foil.
No, literally.
And then broken English as well.
Broken English, yeah.
Yeah, broken English where like, so if you get the mix of it, like my parents had the mix of all of it. And so you're going to school and you're saying something and you're getting correct. You're like, oh, because it happens subconsciously. You don't know. You hear your parents speak, right? Because some of that you just pick up and you just start adopting. Yeah. And then you use it in,
Language is
just. Did they say Tumblr?
Yeah, Tumblr.
Well, yeah, good. Get me Tumblr or Biro.
Or trousers. Biro, yeah.
Get me Biro.
I don't know that one.
Oh, my father was like, give me Biro. I was like.
Drugs. Medicine was drugs.
Yeah. Drugs. Get me Biro. Or Coke is everything. Fanta.
Fanta. Yeah, Fanta.
No, mineral. Mineral.
Did you get into fights at school?
Did I used to fight?
Yeah, did you get into fights?
Hell yeah. In Brooklyn?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
You were scrapping with other chicks?
Like.
Yeah, wow.
No, I needed to. I was the African booty scratcher. It was either die the African booty scratcher or learn how to like throw some hands.
Did you have your darts with you?
And then they did used to make those jokes. They did used to make those jokes. Yeah, or like the swinging on the vines. I used to have kids who used to ask me, oh, in Africa, I know you don't have like school buses. So do you have like a school giraffe that you guys would go on?
Damn,
and I would be like, yeah.
Giraffe.
I got the school giraffe. We used to fight who could be on the top of the neck, who could sit on his head.
Did you? So you leaned in on it the other way.
Yeah, because at a point in time, it was like, all right, these questions are just ignorant.
We ride elephants to school. Tell them we do that.
And the rhino?
Yes, we have elephants. We go.
I wish I would have actually thought about that because I was the same way where I try to fight for it. You know, you're constantly going out there and you're fighting for it and just trying to. And then it's like, yes, I'm African. And, you try to really kind of just hammer it down, hoping that they would buy into it and going, but I never thought about just doing it the opposite way, just feeding into the ignorance.
I was like, if you believe it, then yep.
But I remember one time I shut people down. They were making fun of me, going in on me, African. I was like this. At least my last name is the only one that's different than all of yours.
Ooh.
If I say Jackson, you all turn around. I don't.
Williams.
So I'm the real original.
Did they do the clicking thing?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's South Africa. That's
the Coastal tribe, right? Yeah.
That's the Kosa. The Kosa.
With the X.
What was the name of that movie? There was a movie back in the day.
The Gods Are Crazy?
The Gods Are Crazy. Yeah. Oh, man. When that came out, oh, my goodness.
And that's where,
is that what made the clicking go crazy?
That's the genetic link to Asian people. To the Asian race is the Khoisan people because they look like black Chinese. But it's been traced, that's where Asians come from.
Wow.
The Asian face is from Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa. They're the oldest people on the planet.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We call them San people.
They got the round face.
Yeah, they look like black Chinese people.
Yeah, literally.
Yep, the Bush people. Bushmen, yeah.
We getting litty off some palm wine.
Man, we're about to get drunk and drunk.
We got to get litty.
You got the Cosby shirt on too?
That's what I'm saying, the good Cosby.
I just want to say that.
Hold on. Make sure you say it right. The good Cosby.
It's like this. You're going to drink some palm wine and we're going to talk about
this one is
booty scratcher. We're going to be scratching
a lot of patterns. A lot of patterns. Did your parents make you wear a lot of the Nigerian traditional patterns to school?
Did they make me? No. But did I choose to wear
You
it.
chose to.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
interesting.
college.
Okay, yes.
So
That's different.
Yeah.
And Grace would be like, man.
because
No, I did in high school a little bit, but like, cause that was when I was the high schooler where like I was very unashamed of being. I was the African booty scratcher from the jump.
at this point. At your point,
it was not.
because our shit
Being
was like,
African wasn't cool until I entered college.
That's when people
after
were conscious
2014,
and-
yes,
yeah.
that was when the natural hair movement
Yeah.
was happening. That was when
Yeah.
Beyonce came out with Black is King, that album
Yes.
with all the African, the Nigerian artists and African artists. So that was when being African started popping, because back in high school, I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
Okay.
There was this dude I went to high school with, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I went to junior high with him too. Junior high and high school.
Yeah.
Whole time, right? This dude's name has always been Kevin. I've always known him as Kevin, right?
Yeah.
That's his name. That's what he told
Kevin.
everybody. His name is Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin. All right, cool. So Kevin used to be like, we'd be like, Kevin, what are you? You African? They used to be like, Kevin, what are you? You African? Because he was darker. He'd be like, no, I'm not African. My parents are Jamaican. All right, cool. Kevin's Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then I had Kevin in, what was this? In 10th grade. I had him for an English class. And then like the teacher wasn't there, right? You know, when the teacher not there,
Yeah.
the sub got the roll call.
Oh, yeah.
And so the sub, I was like, oh, Mr. Da-da-da, can I do roll call? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he gave me the list with everybody's names, everybody's full names, full government names, right? So I'm going down the list, I'm calling names. I come to a name. This is in the A. That's one of the first names. I go,
what? That's him?
it was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
Kevin's full name. Kevin.
That was his real name.
That was never his name. His name was never Kevin. His name is Buzz.
Whoa.
So this dude was Nigerian, Yoruba specifically, the entire time, going around telling everybody that,
So he made you take
he's
all the
Jamaican.
heat, and he.
Yeah, I was the African booty scratcher, but he was the cool Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Kevin,
You know what?
Tunde, you're a liar.
Like, yeah.
You are a bloody liar.
I was gonna say that there's power, because you said something that hit me earlier and I didn't want to lose it. There's something you said that's powerful, because Kevin hid. I was kind of a hider too, but I couldn't hide because I had my name, right? But I tried to deflect in a certain way, because you said something that really struck with me, because, you know, I'm like, gosh, if I could go back and do it differently. You said I was unapologetic. I was unashamed. My younger brother, my junior brother, he gets on me sometimes like, oh, now you want to lean into it. I'm like, you know, everybody wears scars
late
differently.
than never.
I know,
Yeah.
like, everybody wears scars differently. Like, nobody wants to be the butt of the
But
joke
when you get made fun of
constantly.
in grade school, it is serious. Like, because I remember one time we were in grade school and they were like, everybody stand by their continent, right? And I was like, shit.
Oh, no.
I was in between America and Africa. I was like, I almost like didn't want to stand by Africa because I didn't want to get made fun of.
Right.
I will never forget that day. I was like, hey,
Isn't that?
I smell like a goosey. I'm sitting there like, I smell like a goosey. I got a goosey across my.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And you know the thing is too, you can't hide from it when your name is, you know, is so Nigerian,
Oh,
right? Like
man.
you can't hide from it.
Phew.
And then when your parents, I'll never forget the first time I was in Miss Silver's class, and it was 4th grade, and I wore traditional wear, right? And I come to school.
Yeah.
And to me, I see my mom wearing it all the time. I see
Yeah.
my dad when he's not in his plumbing clothes. I see him. So it's nothing to
Nothing
me.
new.
I walk out the house and it's all glittery and it's nice, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna, you know, I'm proud. Whew. It went from the best day
Let your ass
to the worst day. And I'm just sitting there. And I have to find this photo. I still have a photo. And I'm sitting there at home like this, right? And happy like this. I mean, there's no photo for me afterwards, but I didn't know the word depressed. I was depressed after that. And after that, I
Did your
hid
shit,
wearing any African clothes.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my 11th grade year where we had something. And I'm like, you know, at this point, you know, I was, you know, kind of, you know, stood out in football and in basketball. I'm like, whatever. You guys can make fun of me if you want. Like, this is who I am. But from that time, from 4th to 11th, I was just trying to be real clever with it. You know what I mean?
Incognito?
Yeah, incognito. But you can't hide because your name is, you know, so, yeah. So for you, like, would you bring African food to school? Did you, like, was there a limit where you go, hey, because you said inside of your 4 walls, it was Nigeria.
Yeah.
And when you stepped out, there had to have been this transition. Some people call it code switching. Was there a code switch? Was there a food switch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you manage that?
The last time I brought Nigerian food to school was elementary.
Yeah.
That was like.
Was it International Day or something?
It was like second grade. No, it was rice and stew.
You just brought, and it was leaking out your
Yeah, it was right, but it was fish stew.
Yeah.
It was rice and fish stew, and then that was like just a terrible mistake that I made on my. Yeah,
you can't do that.
Yeah.
There were no sandwiches. There were no sandwiches.
And then it had that pho, and then the pho had stockfish, and then it was
stockfish.
That smell though. That smell was hitting though.
Powerful
but the
smell.
food was hitting, right?
You would be hitting like a bug, boy.
Right. And then that was to a field trip, and so I was like, yeah, because everybody else had.
Every guy got
She said that was to a field trip.
Everybody else had sandwiches. Yeah.
Everyone's at the zoo. You're like, we're not. We're going to see the giraffes.
Literally, the school bus.
Okay, they're the tigers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And literally all the looks, the stares, and the questions that I got, it made me not even want to eat my food. I just felt so like, I was highly aware of how perceived I was being. Like they was looking at me, child.
Oh yeah.
So I just felt so
What kind of
uncomfortable.
neighborhood did you grow up in? Did you go in all white school?
In New York? Oh no.
It's diverse as hell.
PS 224,
It's
child.
diverse.
The verse really, it was like 80% black, 10% no.
But then they're Caribbeans too.
Hispanic,
Yeah.
and then 5% other.
Yeah.
I think we had like 2 white kids that I knew
Oh, okay.
in my elementary school. Yeah, so I grew up in a very predominantly black and brown. It was PS 224.
Yeah,
Like
I grew up out here, so I don't
that
know.
means
public school 224.
I've always found y'all to be East Coasters a little weird.
I'm Chicago public school.
PS 244.
It do sound like a prison, right?
Yeah, their stuff is PS. When I got to New York, I've been in New York for a long time, so I live in Manhattan. But when I would hear people say PS, whatever, it's in Chicago, you say, "Oh, I went to Lane Tech." "Oh, you went to Whitney Young." We have the name of the school.
Right,
"Oh, I went to Limbu, district." But I was like Lane Tech, and I was like, "Oh, you went to Lane Tech." But that PS thing, I was like,
I went to PS 224. Oh, I went to PS 365. I was like, oh,
yeah, that's real jail shit.
I went to PS 94,000. Like, what the heck?
And you guys just did names of high school. Like Banning, bum.
You know, first off, you always lead off with Crenshaw. Don't say Banning first.
Because my boys played at Banning, and they was whooping everybody in football.
Crenshaw.
This ain't boys in the
All-American.
That's where I went to school. You got to put some respect on it, man.
Put some respect on my school.
My fault, cuz.
What is that?
I don't know. Y'all be
I don't even know the gang signs.
Oh, easy.
No, you do the crib walk, right? Is this the crib walk? I don't know.
You just like the kids at PS 244, man. You just like the kids at PS 2. I can't stand you.
No, them kids was bad.
Let's talk Netflix. You are a massive hit on Netflix. And you started off with The Trust, and you just rose to fame, but people hated you and loved you. How did you get into the Netflix universe anyway? What was that story and that journey?
God. Yeah. It's the same way I got to America. It was just God. I wasn't even looking to be on reality TV or anything. I didn't think that was like a dream that I could have dreamed big enough for myself. I was in Houston, and then I had just started freelance modeling. Okay. So, and I did modeling as a way to to increase my confidence, because I hated being in front of the camera. So I'm like, okay, what better way to increase my confidence than to do the thing that I'm most afraid of? Okay. So I was like, okay, let me do modeling. So, I was really into modeling at that time. And then I was just looking for additional modeling opportunities. And then I stumbled upon, and this was on Backstage. It's not even how they cast anymore. Right, they were not supposed to cast like this. I'm the one and only person that they casted like this. So I ran into an ad on Backstage.
Backstage?
Yeah.
Just for context, Backstage is what?
Backstage is
for actors.
Yeah, it's a platform for actor. Yeah, to find acting work and then models can also use it to find modeling work or music videos and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what I was looking for. And then I saw this ad that was new reality TV show on major streaming platform, opportunity to win life-changing amounts of money. That was the call to action that I saw.
All of a sudden it's a porn set.
I said,
you're like, what?
life-changing amounts of money.
That sounds so shady.
No, it does. But listen,
Welcome to Big Black Booty Spots 1. I'm the director. They call me Lightning. So this you're gonna be a star. Don't worry.
I knew it wasn't gonna be a casting couch. I already knew that.
This is Wesley
I knew it wasn't a casting couch because it said exactly like the kind of people that they were looking for.
Okay.
So when I saw this ad, and there are a bunch of ads like that, right?
Yeah.
Or listings like that, and a lot of them they come out to be either like a little fake or shady or like.
No doubt.
So I was looking at it like, I don't know if this is all the way real, but something in my spirit was like, take this seriously. And I never have anything like something deep inside of me said, take this seriously. So I was like, okay. So I started like filling out the application and it had 30 questions, right? But my spirit was like, answer these questions to your best ability. Do it like you're about to be graded and you want A+++ mark. I said, okay, no problem, spirit. I got you. So I started filling out all the questions, like really like giving them personality, trying to be funny. I gave them videos, pictures. Cool. I submitted it. I was like, cool, I'm done. Right. It took me like 5-6 hours to finish that application. I was like, okay, cool. Didn't think anything of it. Then like 3 days later, I get a call. And then it's from a Los Angeles number. I was like, who in the hell calling me from? I thought it was a bill collector, right? I thought like, cause I was getting a couple of them calls, duck calls, from the COVID, they want their loan back. So I was like, oh. Yeah. But I don't know. Something was like, pick it up. Cause I never pick up numbers I don't know. So I picked it up and then the dude was like, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. From casting. You recently applied for, our show. I think you are perfect for this. You seem amazing. Da-da-da. And then boom, it just went from there. And I just went down the pipeline, all the different auditions. And at the end of the day, they were like, yeah, you're great. We want you. We're going to fly you to Dominican Republic. In 2 weeks and be ready.
So from the time that you filled that application out, 3 days later you get a call, 2 weeks later.
No. So 3 days later I get a call and then from there I go through like audition after audition after audition after. Call back after call back.
Was it chemistry stuff? Was there any like auditioning with other people?
No.
Just by
you're just trying to get like they're interviewing you and going through the interview process. And at the time, did you know like what
the show was? No, I didn't know anything about the show. I could just guess what the show was going to be about because the questions that they were asking me, they were like, okay, so, how do you feel when it comes to money over your relationships? Like if you had a relationship or a friendship, but you had to do something with that friendship that would gain you like a big amount of cash. What would you do in that instance? I said, depending on how much cash we talking about. How much cash are we talking about? How close was this friend of mine? So from there, they liked my answers. They're like, oh, she's going to be a menace. And and was.
It was, I gotta say, I started watching and I'm going, ooh, like your personality and obviously
very strong.
It's very strong, but you're also playing the game, right? Like it is a game, but you forget that when you get caught up in the storylines. Like, did you know that you would succeed? Cause you went on to win $73,600 on
$73,600.
Yeah, that was so what did that feel like? Did you know, like, I got this? Did you know that you were going to win at some point? Like you said, I'm going to get some of this winning.
I knew I was going to leave here with something. That's all I knew. I was like, y'all didn't fly me to Dominican Republic and then I could have been, God forbid, like trafficked because it was kind of shady how they were like, just get on the plane. A dude, an unnamed dude in an unmarked car is going to meet you in the middle of the night.
I saw you giving your goodbyes to your mom and dad. Like, you kind of went by and then boom, you ended up on this, and they had no idea. How did your parents react to it? Like, where are you going?
No, they were so excited. I was telling them like the entire process while I was auditioning and applying. I was like, y'all, I just auditioned for like a TV show. I don't know what show it is, what
you didn't
platform.
Know it was going to be on Netflix?
No, I know it's Netflix.
Oh, wow.
It didn't even say the streaming platform. It just said
when
major
you were there
streaming.
filming, you didn't know it was a Netflix?
Not until I was on that cliff and then the host was like, and you guys do know that this is Netflix, right? And we said, Netflix? Because I thought it was Tubi. I thought like I was gonna be on like Tubi or like something like that.
Yeah, right.
Like all black.
BET
like,
Plus.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I thought it was. I said, Netflix?
Wow.
Yeah, and that's when I knew. And when she said Netflix, I was like, oh, okay, bet. So I really got to be for real, for real.
What did you do with your money? I've always wondered when I see contestants win something like what are the contestants? Because you always hear about what the athletes buy.
What you do with your winnings?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, like athletes, you know, they go, oh, they bought this, this, and that, and whatever. Like, what did you do?
First I took a portion that's for taxes because I was like, I'm going to spend that if I don't take it out. So I took out the taxes. And then the rest that I had remaining, I took out $20K, 10 for my parents. Yeah. And I actually I was supposed to make content out of this and I was like, I don't even need this to be for the world.
It's the experience.
This is for,
yeah.
So I took the $20K, I went to the bank, I got it out in cash. And then I took the $100 bills and I made them a money bouquet.
Stop.
So cute.
Stop.
Yeah. And then I made them a money bouquet and then I presented it to them and then mommy and daddy, they both cried and they were like, oh my gosh. And it just made me feel because literally on the show, I kept saying, I said, this money, this is from my family. This is from my parents. You said that from the very beginning. From the jump. I said, this is for my parents.
Awesome. They're like, is there a second season?
No, daddy is literally asking me to go on another show.
Yo, my goodness. Oh, you signed a contract.
I know. I'm like, I have all the video. I should post that on the social.
You should, because that got me a little bit because I'm really
that's nice.
You don't hear about like that, and that's why I asked because I always curious what do a lot of these winners do when they get that money? You know,
so I gave them their portion, and then I took the rest of it. And I put some into investment, a good amount into investment, and then the rest of the spending cash, I used it to move to LA.
Oh, wow.
Oh, smart.
All right. Something big about to happen in their life for you.
Amen. I claim it in Jesus' name.
So you had the success of winning, but there was a lot of heat that you got from the show. Like, people had a lot of negative reaction.
Oh, they hated me.
They hated you.
Were you the antagonist? You were the antagonist.
I was the villain, apparently.
You were the villain. Every reality has a villain. Mm-hmm. So you were doing your job. You knew that.
No, I didn't.
You did, but
that was a gag.
It was okay. There wasn't someone saying, "You won't. We need you to."
Nope.
You
really?
just.
I didn't know I was gonna be the villain. I thought I was gonna be America's sweetheart.
but wait a minute. But you said, "Yeah, I was a villain." But were you your behavior? My
behavior was gameplay. In my eyes,
you were a bit evil though, because you knew you wanted that money.
No, listen. In my eyes, no. I wasn't being evil though, because if you watch the show, right, the first person I voted off, Jewels, was
y'all did Jewels wrong.
No, that dude. He was a liar. Yeah, Jewels, if you're watching this, you. Yeah, exactly. Why he didn't say that? Why'd you call yourself a stripper, hustler, everything else under the sun except for a cop? Literally in that moment, we didn't know that he was a cop, but we just knew that he was lying about something.
How did you know? Because
we just he's a bad liar, first of all, and second of all, as a woman, you know when a man is lying. Yeah. And you're just looking at him, and then he was over there with his titties all glistening, and when he would talk to me, he'd be like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, I'm a hustler, I'm a stripper, I'm a this, I'm a that. I was like, but didn't you just tell Julie that you were a personal trainer? But didn't you just tell Mama J that you were something else? But didn't you just, okay. So then when all the women got back together, again, this is not Tolú saying, oh yeah, I bought this guy out. We all came together and was like, okay, what do we think of the men? We went down the lines. Okay, Jake, he's, but he seems trustworthy. Brian, he seems trustworthy. Gasper is trustworthy. Jewels. We're like, we're like, Bryce, we know Bryce is a millionaire. We know that he's lying, but we at least know that he's lying. So that's like a non-threat,
Talking about the travertine.
Yeah, I was like, that's a non-threat. But Jewels, he's lying about something. We don't know what he's lying about. But if you're already in the game, and this is a game about trust, and you lying, now how the hell you gonna expect me to trust you?
No. I was surprised that you guys picked up on it so fast because it was literally introductions, right? Like you guys are introducing, oh yeah, what do you do? Kind of getting to know, and for you to pick up on that.
But when we voted him off, that was day 2. So they kind of condensed it. Yeah, condensed it to make it seem like it was all in one day. Yeah. But no, we had we had over 24 hours to get a little read on him, and I was like, I don't like the book I'm reading.
How have you dealt with it? Have you been able to separate the backlash from the outsiders, the commenters, the people? Like, how have you dealt with it?
At first, I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard because prior to being on the trust, I had like 2,000 followers, right? And they were all friends and family. So I wasn't even like a content creator who's like used to that kind of stuff. So when the trust came out, again, I'm thinking like, they're gonna love me. I'm gonna be America's sweetheart. Everybody's gonna be like, ooh, she played a good game. And I come on there, I'm getting called all sorts of bitches and hoes. And I was like, wait a second. Okay, that's a couple comments. I'm sure my fans, they're like asleep. They're gonna wake up. And then I got a few more and hoes. And I was like, wait.
Wide awake.
I was like, wait a second.
Yo, scallywag.
No, literally. That was getting called all sorts of bald-headed Jezebels. I was like, damn.
Oh, they went Bill.
No, they was really upset with me. And you know who it was? It was like I can't even say, I was getting hate from all sides because my thing is, I was like, okay, if I'm getting hate from white folk, because there was an instance where I had to tell a white man, please stop referring to me as just African. Like he would constantly only refer to me by my race or by my culture. I was always African this. Oh, you look like a Wakanda warrior. Oh, this, that. And I was like, Wakanda's not a real country, right? He's like, huh? I was like, Wakanda's not a real country. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah. And like, just that stuff. So I already knew I was going to get hate from the MAGA side, real life, because of that conversation. But what I didn't expect was the hate that I got from Black people and from Africans, especially. They posted me on Netflix Ninja or the Instagram account for like Nigerian Netflix stars, right? They posted me on that. All of the comments were like, take her off. We don't like this one. She's such a bad representation of Nigerians. Someone commented, like, you are the worst representation of Black women I've ever seen on TV. I said, wow. I Tolú like that, and the worst representation of Black women in a world where BET and Christian Rock exists. I am the worst representation of Black women.
Right. We're sexy red.
Right.
Sexy Red is selling gonorrhea lip gloss, but I am the worst representation of Black women.
Gonorrhea lip gloss.
She got gonorrhea lip gloss.
Yeah.
It's green.
Wow. Yeah, you know that? No. She got syphilis, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, she got.
I think it's done though. I think that shit is done. I think she's done.
She got yellow discharge too.
That's disgusting.
Yes. So you got a woman selling yellow discharge lip gloss. But I am the worst representation of Black women.
Yeah.
So I think that was really what crushed me, because I was like, okay, I can handle vitriol from the far right side, because they don't understand me. They're just looking for a reason to hate. That I can get.
From your own,
But from my own people.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh,
from Black people and from Africans, from Nigerians.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to entertainment.
How did you handle all that? Like, how did you process all of it? Because, part of it, like, I mean, like, emotionally, and if it wasn't and just being honest, like, even my wife and I watching it, like, if I wasn't in television, I could see how somebody could, but I'm going, okay, she gets it. I have to tell myself, this is a game. If she doesn't play the game, she's out. She wins nothing.
Exactly.
And nobody's going to remember you then, right? Like, so you have to play the game. So you played it well to the point to where you became, a winner,
Yes.
So like, how did you deal with the stress of that? Cause that's stressful, because nobody wants to go around being hated. Like, I don't think that's in anybody's DNA.
So honestly, like, I woke up, I would have thousands of comments, thousands of DMs, thousands of emails, 95% of them horrible, right?
Wow.
And I was still living with my parents at that time, right? So honestly, it took I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the darkest, like, to this day, I still remember, is one of the darkest points of my life, because, like, just having an echo chamber of strangers just saying the most vile, disgusting things about you, saying that they hope you wake up unalived, or you get R-worded, or you're swinging on a tree. And I'm just like, all of this because a bitch wants some money on a show?
Yeah.
So It was a lot, and it took me to a really dark place, but I thank God that I was still living with my parents at that time, because when I tell you that my parents would be in my room, mom is holding me, dad is holding the Bible, and he's just like, Tolú, okay, we're gonna read this book, and the Bible says this, that, and the third, just pouring life into me, speaking life. When everybody else was speaking death, my parents were speaking life. They would take me by the hand, be like, Tolú, let's pray. And we'll just sit there. They're like, do you want to pray? Yes, I do. We'll just sit there and pray. And like, dad will read the Bible. And like, that was the solace that I needed to kind of be able to silence out the darkness. Because I'm not going to lie, I got to a point where every time my phone would have a notification sound, I would literally shake. Because I just knew that, like,
oh yeah,
and those like, y'all can still look at my comments under them posts. They are the most disgusting thing. Like, the punishment did not fit the crime, because, okay, I get it. I was the villain of the story, but let's see what I did. All right. I voted off Jewels, who was a liar. All right. The second person I voted off was Bryce. He was a millionaire. Why the f I'm gonna split thousands of dollars with a millionaire? That don't make no damn sense. The final person I voted off was the bitch that betrayed me. The bitch that voted for me and my friends. That was the only other person I voted off. So what in there, like, I wasn't so evil the way people were making it seem like, oh, she's the most evil person. Really? I wasn't as evil as I could have been, as I should have been. If I knew that I was going to get that edit, I really would have gave him a villain.
Y'all
wanted a villain?
Yeah, so I'm going to give it to you all.
I'm like, if I'm going to get this vitriol, I'm gonna at least really I'm gonna do something to deserve it. Shoot, y'all gonna call me the worst person? Let me do the worst.
Did Netflix do anything to help out, like, as far as, like, hey, like,
there's ratings.
They
don't give a shit.
Netflix gave mental health counseling.
Oh.
And yeah, that was it. So I was able to see a therapist, but like, even the therapist, she didn't really help. I was like, you're not really therapizing me, right? So I really just stuck with my mom, my dad, and the Bible. Yes.
But reality shows have always been that. Just, since the days of MTV, Road Rule, there's always the characters like, I can't stand it. They want that.
Yeah.
It sucks. And you got to take that. You can't look at the comment. As a comedian, get judged all the damn time. I talk about Nigeria, boy, I get murked. But I do this, I go, F you. How about that? That's what I say. And they go, you're not Nigeria. I go, I'm going to come to Nigeria. You're not going to do a thing about it.
That part.
How about that? Yeah. And then I'm going to come in my show and I dare you to sit in the front, say the same thing, keep the same energy.
That part.
But it's like, and it happens, it is what it is. They're never going to be satisfied. And there is a jealousy thing too. And then they're hiding. You can't see them. So they can say whatever. And you know what? A person may not be African, just have an African account just to talk about your.
Oh yeah,
there'll be those people that's like,
Asian dude.
As a black woman myself,
it's like chat.
I've been a black woman my whole life. Ain't never felt the need to preface it.
Exactly. So it can be like, so sometimes you just gotta take it.
You talked about that blow up with the castmate about, Wakanda. And there's also the sayings like, hey, you look like a piece of chocolate that I just want to bite.
Yes. He was so disgusting.
So what was he like?
His name is Jake. Yes.
Jake.
He's a MAGA boy. And after the show, he literally made 6 videos about me. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's not the same Jake that apologized to you.
Yes, girl. The same Jake that apologized to me.
Jake?
Yes.
He's still doing
it? He came to you on the cliff and apologized to you.
Is he still doing it?
Is he still doing it? That man is black. I don't know what that man is up to, child. He's somewhere being insignificant.
My wife thought, it actually promoted a really good conversation because he really understood how to, take responsibility, and he understood I understand and I shouldn't call you that and all this other kind of. Because it brought you to tears. Were those real tears? Did you really? Yeah. So you felt the apology, but you later learned that.
The tears, honestly, were more so from the fact that so I knew. So here's the backstory. Why I really wanted us to vote off Jake was more than him just calling me Wakanda, calling me chocolate, calling me African.
State Farm.
Yeah, it's more than that. Jake from State Farm. At a point in time, me and Winnie, the other Nigerian girl who was on the show, we were at the pool. We were having a conversation. We were speaking pidgin English, right? And so Jake, he was with Julie and he was like adjacent to us, not even in our conversation. I don't know why the f- he got in our conversation. But then he hears us speaking pidgin English, me and Winnie. He turns around and goes, "Oh, what y'all doing over there? You speaking that unga bunga?"
That unga.
Yes, he said unga bunga, right? So
Unga
I'm
bunga.
looking around. I'm like,
Who is he talking to?
who in the f- is he? Because I don't remember ever being an unga bunga. I don't see Winnie as an unga bunga. So who in the f- is speaking that unga bunga? Right? So after he said that, I was like, oh no, you're a racist. Like I already suspected you was a racist because of the tattoos, but now you're a racist for real, for real. So I told production, I was like, I want him out. I told all the ladies, they're like, yeah, we want him out. We're gonna vote him out. Da, da, da. And production was very much like, Tolú, you should have a conversation with Jake. I was like, why the f- I need to have a conversation with Jake? He's a racist. There's no conversations that need to be had. I'm voting him out and it's done. Production was like, we really think you should have a conversation with Jake.
They want to keep him.
So they were like, oh, you go to that hill over there and Jake will meet you. And I was like, why? Like, why I gotta go to the hill? Like, okay. So I go to the hill, Jake meets me, then we have that conversation. So the tears came from the fact that one, this is a very uncomfortable conversation to have, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on national television. There's a drone literally like right here in my face while we're having this conversation. Yeah, it's like all the cameras, all the angles. Yeah. And this is just very uncomfortable. And you know, like when you have a lot of emotions being built in, and like for me, when I'm feeling a lot of big feelings, crying is how I let it out, right?
Yes.
So, and then also I'm thinking in my head, like, all right, this now then did this whole apology. Now, if I go back and I'm like, I'm still voting him off, how is that gonna make me look? Because there's not as much grace for a black
game
woman.
Within the, like, you recognize the apology, but then you recognize the setup.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, if I don't forgive him, this is just gonna seem so on camera.
Right. And there's another day to vote him off anyway.
Exactly. I was like, okay, we won't. I was like, fine, you guys, Jake apologized.
Oh, you disarmed everyone.
Well, no, I told them because they were like, all right, Tolú. So now all the ladies, they're waiting for you over there. Go over there and tell them what you talked about. And I was like, all right. So I go over there and I'm like, y'all, Jake and I had a conversation. This is what he said. This is what I said. And I was like, I'm not going to vote him off.
Julie like that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to vote him off. I can vote him off, but I'm not going to vote him off. And then nobody voted him off.
Do you believe, because that whole biting thing, I wanted to, bite our chocolate or whatever. Like,
disgusting.
Do you believe that black women are fetishized? Like,
yes, significantly.
What? Yeah.
Do I believe?
What?
I feel like if you don't believe it, you're just choosing willful ignorance.
Yeah.
I can't even call it ignorance because you're just choosing to be delulu.
Yeah.
And then Jake especially was a huge fetishizer. Before his little love connection with Julie, let's even be candid. He was trying to get with me and Winnie.
What? Like a twosome?
Like he was like, I'm gonna just throw my hat into the ring of chocolate. And hopefully one of them reciprocates. Yeah, he tried with Winnie. That's why he was wearing her heels, like on one of the scenes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the pink heels.
Yes, he was trying with Winnie. Winnie wasn't budging. He was trying with me. I was like, boy, what the f*** wasn't budging. And he went to Julie. Julie budged. So yeah, it was definitely. And he even used to say it. He'd be like, oh, you so. He'd be like, oh, he was just so disgusting. Just like. The compliments that he would pay was always in reference to to my skin tone or our
that's
skin
what they
tone.
do. It's like slave master.
It's what it's giving.
Yeah, but that's because they feel you're their property, and you should be able to just take that.
It's like that race play.
They just talk crazy to you because they don't see you as in value. And then if you reject them, then they really call you names.
And what was crazy was after that conversation with Jake, where I even still feel like it was good communication. I plainly expressed to him, hey, I don't like the fact that every time you want to refer to me, it has to be prefaced by the fact that I'm black or the fact that I'm African or the fact that I'm chocolate, which I'm not. I'm a human being. Willy Wonka didn't make this. But like after that, the comments that I would get, or even I made the mistake of going on Reddit one day worst mistake of my life. That was the worst mistake of my life. Never did that again.
That bad?
Yeah, it was so bad. Bro, you could go on in right now. There's an update from 6 days ago on the Trust subreddit, and the title is "Tolú is so annoying." 6 days ago, the show came out a year and a half. I was like, damn, I'm still a trending topic.
Yeah, it lives on streaming for a very long time, so everybody's gonna find it at different times.
But even after that conversation with Jake, a lot of the comments I was getting was, "Oh, this girl, she comes out in African garb with African earrings and an African necklace. How dare her be offended that somebody calls her African?" Yeah. I was like, "Are you people? Are you so sorry? Are you stupid?
Yes.
Like, are you mentally inept?
Yeah.
Because
mad?
are you mad? Because for you to come to me, yes, I am African. Yes, I am proud of it. But that does not give anybody the right to now diminish me to solely this one characteristic, as if I'm not an entire world of a human. Right. Like, I could be.
You can't. Here's the thing. I love that you did that. Listen, it's reality TV. What the fuck you mean, human? They're fucking mongrels. This is the way TV is. They're mongrels, man. This is what comes with it. I don't see any reality show where people go, "Oh my God." Listen. When they go, like Housewives of Atlanta. It's just, that's what it is. You know what I mean? They're dumb.
They are.
You are right. They are dumb.
Did that make you want to, because now, I mean, I'm sure you're conscious of how you're being perceived. Did that make you jump into season 2 of Perfect Match? You thought maybe this would be a different twist, a different angle for people to see a different side of me? How did you get into the whole Perfect Match?
Actually, no, because I got on Perfect Match because after I filmed The Trust, we filmed in January. So January into February. Right. And then they reached out to me in like April to see if, or like March, April, to see if I was interested in Perfect Match season 2. And I was like, oh yeah. They were like, "Hey Tolú, hey girl, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good. How are you?" They're like, "So what's up? What's up with you?" I was like, "Nothing. What's up with you?" And they're like, "How's your relationship status?" I said, "Baby, I'm still single. You got a husband for me?" And so she was like, "Would you be interested in doing Perfect Match season 2?" And I said, "Would I?" Because it's so funny. I was watching Perfect Match season 1 when I was packing for The Trust. Oh, wow. So that was the show I was watching when I was packing for The Trust. And then we filmed The Trust, got back. Then in March, they were like, "Hey, we want to consider you. We want you to cast for season 2. So casted all until, June. Yeah. Casted all until like May, June. And then we filmed in, I think July.
Right.
So I filmed The Trust in January, and then that same year I filmed Perfect Match before The Trust even came out. Oh, so I was the only person on Perfect Match there were 2 others, but really all I care about is myself. As far as I'm concerned, I was the only person on Perfect Match whose show hadn't come out. So I didn't have the opportunity to see myself on TV or see how the world perceives me. Okay. So I literally, The Trust and Perfect Match, I just went in as myself. To let you know how the editing was, because on Perfect Match, I was such a sweetheart, but on The Trust, I was so, because they cut out all the sweet parts of me on The Trust to keep all the bitchiness so that I could truly be the villain. Because I was like, also think about it, why would everybody in the house keep me for so long if I was not a likable person? Right.
No, because villains have to make the story go. Yeah. Batman ain't shit without Joker.
True.
Imagine just Batman walking around and there's nothing happening. He's like, where's the crime? I'm Batman. Merry Christmas, Batman. Merry Christmas.
How was the dating show experience for you? Are you still single?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Let me get some more of that palm.
Okay. All right.
Give a little more drink. I'm gonna tell you something right now.
I can't get a refill.
My bad. I thought you still had something in there. I gave you all of it.
I'm single too, guys. All these goddamn scallywags and mother. That's when you know you're drunk, when you talk before you drink. I don't give a about none of them.
So what was that? What was that like? What was the experience like? Like, would you do it again? Would you do another dating show?
Would I do another dating show?
Yeah.
It would have to be like the dating show of all dating shows for me to do another dating show.
The dating shows of all dating shows.
Like this.
What beats The Bachelor and all those that go there? There's dating shows of all.
Ew, The Bachelor is not the dating show of all dating shows.
It's not. I think it's the
Ew.
top. I'm just saying it's popular.
Maybe
listen,
back
all that
then.
gross to
Not
me.
in this.
But
day.
there's the golden one. You've seen that? They have the golden Bachelor.
Yeah, they've gone.
They got the
The
older,
Bachelor
older people.
is 20 women v one guy, and you gotta
And
fight
they got
19.
the Bachelorette.
Yeah, ew, you gotta fight 19 other just for one dude.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I would never.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm just saying the dating show of dating
Ever.
shows.
So how do you what's the idea? Like, how do you want to find, the perfect man, your perfect match?
Organically in the
yes,
streets.
literally. I don't even like the dating apps. I got off of those.
I'm
Oh,
just
really?
saying,
Why?
goofy.
What happened?
Goofy.
Was it too much swiping or?
No, I was on Raya for a little bit,
Okay.
and it
That's
was
the
on
popular
Raya?
one, right? Isn't that the popular that you meet the famous people?
It's all the
yeah,
famous
that's the
people.
one
Was that
where
whack?
like it's an invite only.
Okay.
And it was. I mean, it was. I did see some famous people on there, and I connected with some individuals, but like, I don't know. I don't think my personality is like better enjoyed in person. I have an in-person personality.
In-person.
Like I don't like the constant texting, small talk. I hate that. Like I really hate that. And then Raya, I feel like a lot of because again, it's like a who's who kind of app.
Right.
So a lot of the people there, I feel like there's like an ego attached to it. So there's like a lot of like I'm gonna text, but I'm gonna text back in like a day and a half. And I'm not a text me back in a day kind of girl.
How do you manage all that? Because I was talking to one of my homegirls and she was just saying that it can be overwhelming with the choices, right? Like there's a lot of choices. You have an inbox full of people who might have been pinging you or whatever the term is. And now you start this thread with this person and this thing. And like, how do you even balance all that?
I can't. That's why I gave up.
That's why you jumped off.
Yeah.
It was too much. And then I felt like I am very big on making genuine connections. And I felt it was difficult, damn near impossible for me to make a genuine connection via a dating app. Unless I'm like meeting the dudes in person. But even then I'm kind of scared, like if I don't know who I'm about to
Weren't
meet.
there some of your DMs where they go, yo, what's up? I think you fly, ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, why that face? You're like, yeah.
It was like, did you see, DMs were like, hey, I think you were great. I would love to meet you. You were like, no. Because that's the way people communicate nowadays. Because I'm from the school of, my father's like, you have to go to the woman and you present yourself.
Yeah.
And you be a gentleman.
Yeah.
But this woke.
Hold on, does that still work with the
Someone's
new
trying to
generation?
talk to you like
because I think that's how I grew up.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because we call it in Chicago, you mac somebody down. You have your mac
Matched?
Mac.
Oh, Mac. Oh, Mac. Oh,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
mac and you spitting. Because I'm not gonna lie.
Mac is
I grew up with some guys that had they had the gift of gab. My friend Andre.
Oh yeah.
Andre Duval.
Andre Duval.
He had 2 days. Andre Duval, and he would be like, he was so dope. Not the best looking guy in the world, but no. Listen. I'm being honest.
I'm listening.
Not the best, but charismatic than I'm telling you. And he loved talking to girls that were crying. He was a nut. He goes, oh, that girl looks pissed. I'm going over there. I'm like, what? It'd be a girl crying, like just pissed off. He goes, hell yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna get that number, watch. And we'd be like, go over there. 10 minutes later, they laughing. He's like this, got the number. I was like, yo, that's how good he was. He liked girls when they were in a bad mood.
That's crazy.
That girl is pissed. I'll be right back.
Wow.
He would challenge himself, but that's what I grew up on. You ask a girl to dance, you ask a girl to go to prom, you had to do that. My father said, you ain't mine. For what? She's not coming to you.
Yeah.
You go in. But now even after shows, I used to be, I'll wait after shows. What's up? I don't say shit. I go straight to the green room. I don't want nobody accusing me of nothing. After Me Too, Me Too, feminism, LG, everybody was after heterosexual men were getting barraged with a lot of hate. And then Emma Watson, who I'm a big Harry Potter fan, Emma Watson played Hermione Granger, who she fine as hell now. She was like, listen, she goes, this feminism thing is great, the Me Too, but it's getting too much now. You got to give men a chance. I mean, they're afraid to talk to us now.
Okay,
it's out of bounds.
And that's a great segue because you're 28.
Why you gotta tell all my business like that?
Okay, you're 20 something.
Yeah.
I have a 24-year-old son. Maybe
Damn!
I have a 24-year-old son, and sometimes when we're sitting there and talking, it's a major disconnect. And I'm like, I just don't get this. And I'm like, this is a perfect time to have this conversation. Like, what is the real dating scene out there like that? Because there's a lot of young men out there who, to your point, they're a little more timid. And I was like, I don't know.
They don't have no game.
I can't commit because either they have this perception of what women want now and what is required.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, red flag, green flags. What are your red flags? What are your green flags for men when you're looking at, potential shooting?
Green flags, initiative. I like a man that here's my thing. A dude sliding in the DMs, here's the last successful date I went on, right?
Okay.
A dude slid in my DMs, right? He was like, hey, I think you're beautiful. I'd love to get to know you. I ignored it. Left him on red.
Of course you did.
Right? He came back and was like, not you left me on red. And then I left him on red, right? Cool. Then he came back and was like, hey, are you available Thursday evening, 7:00? I could make us a reservation at XYZ place. And it was at that point I was like, yeah, I could be available. You see how easy that was?
Because you were getting some food.
No, not because I was getting some food, because this man made
I get a sandwich.
No, because
I got to pay for that motherfucker. Hell yeah, we go. Where are you going?
No, because she never gave hungry. No, she never gave hungry. Never gave hungry. It was a nice restaurant, but no. No, it wasn't. It was the initiative, because every other dude in my DMs, they're trying to keep it in the DMs. Like, hey, how are you? How's this? How's that? I already
but they're scared.
Oh,
yeah,
but the fact that he said, hey, let's take it out of this and bring it into.
Hey, how about we meet? What's good?
Literally, he said, hey, are you free Thursday, 8 p.m. at this restaurant?
He took charge.
And I was like, yeah, I am free. And that looks like a good restaurant. Done. You see how, and then I went on a date with him. We went on a few dates before he got a little too weird. And then
where's the weird part? He
got weird.
What do you mean
he
by
was one
weird?
of those, so he was Nigerian, and he was very one of those, this was in Houston. He was very okay, so we've gone on 6 dates now, I'm his woman. And I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not. It was in the sense of okay, we've gone on 6 dates, so now he just felt we are now locked in. He's like, I found my wife.
Was there a kiss at all ever?
Was there a kiss?
In those 6 dates?
Yeah.
You guys made out and stuff?
Yeah.
So what? So did you like him? Yeah.
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah.
What was it about him that was a little off? The breath stank?
Sometimes, actually, yeah.
Whoa, see? It's a starfish.
No, but more so. You're
that
stupid.
starfish, that backward, that reflux. You were like this.
It was that alcohol. He likes to drink a lot of liquor.
Okay, there was a little smell.
I think more so for me, it was he didn't take into consideration okay, Tolú, what do you want? How do you feel about us? Where are we in your eyes, right? Let's have a conversation about this. It was just giving very much
old school Nigerian?
Yeah, in a sense, even on our date, he was like, I had a dream. God told me you're my wife. And I was like, that's crazy, because God didn't tell me that you're my husband. So it was
You said that out loud?
Yeah. No, I said that out loud.
But you're all about God. And now he was like, no.
No, I said, God didn't tell me you're my husband.
Hey, what would you have wanted him? Oh, how could he have, how could he close the deal?
Right.
How could he have closed
How do you close it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think he could have closed the deal at that point. After date number 5, I kind of got a good sense, I don't think that this is my forever person. Okay. And again, he was very I like a man that takes charge, but also
What
be
about me?
considerate. Yeah, like
about me?
how am I feeling? Like even on like our second date, right? He was very like touching on my leg, like rubbing on my leg and stuff. And I allowed it to happen just because I was like, I don't want to make this weird. But even in that instance, it was like
That bothered you that second time.
Yeah.
That bothered you the whole time because women will hold on to.
Because I'm like, you didn't like, and I feel like how am I trying to explain this? I feel like you should be reading my body language. Like, do I feel comfortable? Like, cause I want to be around a man that is able to read me and like, okay, Tolu's not like, it's not giving that Tolu is comfortable in this situation. So as her man, I'm going to make sure that I pull her out and put her in a safe situation. If you can't even read that I'm not feeling 100% comfortable with you just like rubbing on my leg, I know that you're not going to read if I'm feeling uncomfortable, like maybe in a situation outside or with your friends or whatever, because I already know from that instance, I know that you're not thinking, okay, is she comfortable? You're thinking like, I want to touch her leg, so I'm gonna touch her leg, whether she like it or she don't like it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're in that situation, like, and I'm sure there's probably been other dates and other people you've been like, how do you advocate for yourself in that type of situation? How is the guy supposed to know it if he can't read it? Like, because you said something that was interesting. He's like, he should be able to read me. Not everybody, I believe, is given the same talents. So for one guy that has this strength, he may be weak in this area. Like, how does he get to know it? Because it seems like he might have been penalized from the jump and didn't even know it.
My thing is like, okay, so I feel like it's just easy to read body language. Like it to me, it's like a common sense thing. Like, is she leaning towards you? Is she leaning away? Is she like going like this?
How was the first date?
The first date was, I showed up late.
Damn.
Not so
Raggedy. You
I showed up late.
raggedy.
But I showed up looking great. I was late, but I looked
So you was on some bullshit. He was like this.
How late were you?
I looked great. I was like 30 minutes.
Dang!
What?
He thought you almost ghosted him.
Oh,
He's like, where is she?
I don't know if I would have waited.
Yo, so you raggedy at the get go. So I'm gonna touch your leg. Man, I'm touching all this. I'm making up for that.
Man.
Next time you gonna be on time. Huh? Yeah, now I'm gonna massage your feet too under this goddamn.
Stupid.
I'm just saying. You was late as.
Yeah, but I looked great.
Okay, so you were talking about you know how tough it is for men, and you know.
And I'm an older guy,
Right.
so it's like you get the range of women from 25 to 60. Mm-hmm. That's what I get. Yeah. You get those girls. It's like weird, but and then after my shows, this is after you're on stage and you murdering. Like people are like, God damn. I go right to the green room. I don't even come out, and I even say it. I said, I don't really come out anymore because you women are on some bullshit. I don't come out anymore. I don't want anybody accusing me of nothing. I don't want no dude running up on me. I'm done. So I don't come out unless there's somebody waiting to take a photo. Because if you paid a ticket to see me, I'm gonna give you a picture. Most people don't give a but I used to come out and go, yo, what's up? You know, don't do it anymore. And then they'll send me DM. Oh, I want to meet you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough, man. It's not. You know what I mean?
Like, do you get this dynamic, like, as far as kind of what he's talking about? Like, do you feel that like men uncomfortable in the dating scene? Do you see that men are more passive, more aggressive in the dating scene? I'm out. I've been out for a long time.
I feel like,
I don't know.
Honestly, the dating scene hasn't changed for me from before I was on television. Like, it's been the same. Men are a lot more passive. In my experience, they're a lot more passive. They're looking for why.
Yeah, why and how? Maybe
how?
Yeah.
How?
Jail.
One,
Word.
like I said, they don't take initiative. Like, gone are the days where a man would be like, "Hey, you know, I think you're beautiful. I wanna get to know you."
Courting.
I'm planning. Yeah, courting. They don't court anymore, right? That's number one.
Because they don't want to go.
Yeah.
To court.
Number two, this is so goofy. What am I even trying to say, bro?
I'm just saying. It's like court. I don't like that word. I mean, keep it 100. Keep it 100. As you as an NFL guy, with all the professional athletes getting taken to the fucking bank by some of these women, scallywags, you know, divorcing to get money, getting babies to get money, that leaves a big impression. Like, God, if I see a pretty girl, is she pretty and is she trying to take me, or does she have her own? Like, does she have her own? She isn't about that. It's like what we see on TV it leaves a stain in society. Like,
What you're seeing
I'm
on
afraid of these women now.
Because I wonder
You know?
how does that culture change?
Yeah.
Like, and do you feel like the culture has changed so much, like the pendulum has swung so far to one side that it's produced a lot of the passive men? Because I think a lot of men, like, if you come on strong and be like, oh man, he was aggressive, or he's toxic, or he's like, so there's this like, where's the give?
No, it's not black and white. It's not like either you come off strong, you're a man, or you're toxic. Like there's gray areas in all of this, right? There's a right way and a wrong way to do some things. Like you can still come off like, I don't want to say strong. Yeah, you can still come off strong in a way that's not gonna scare off the woman. Like, for example, that first dude who was in my DMs, some can consider that coming off strong, but to me, at least, it wasn't scary. It was like, all right, he gave me an option. Like, do I want to go on a date with him on this day at this place? You know what? I don't got nothing to do.
But some women would be like, can you believe he asked me?
But that's everybody is different.
That's what I'm saying.
You
so it's
have
tough.
to figure out who you're talking to, what language she understands, and how to speak her language in order to communicate with her. Like that's part of, honestly, not even just man to woman. That's part of just being a human. Like there's different ways to communicate with someone. So like I could tell that you're a direct, straightforward person. I could go to you and be like, Godfrey, honestly, this haircut is not for you. Try something else. Try something new. And I feel like you wouldn't take that as offense. You'd be like, what you mean? Oh, you know what? I could try a different haircut. And then you try a different haircut. Where I can come to you and maybe you're not as like I don't care. I just want it directly. Let's say you're a little softer. You're like, I'm not liking the bald. And then you could take it as like, oh my gosh, she thinks I'm a bald-headed demon. Like, you know, you could take it some other kind of way. It just, if I know you and I've rapport with you, I understand like, okay, this is how Godfrey communicates. This is how you communicate. And if I know how you communicate, then I know how I'm able to effectively speak your language. Because at the end of the day, a message is only as good as the recipient is able to understand it.
That's true.
Right?
That's
so
communication.
if I'm not speaking your language and a language you understand it, then we're not communicating.
So let's try to break down some of these ideas and stereotypes. Like when it comes to 50-50 relationships, like what are your thoughts on like a 50-50 relationship?
As far as usually money.
Like, what are my thoughts?
If you're going out and you go out on a date, like
this is a marriage?
No, this is a relationship. Just
going on a
What
date.
kind of relationship?
dating.
This is a date?
Girlfriend, yeah.
Okay, we're going on a date?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's paying.
He's paying.
100%.
Okay.
My father told me that.
He's paying 100%.
You pay for, even if it's not, a date didn't go well. Got a story, real quick.
Tell
I
it.
was on a date with this girl, fine mother too. I was like, well, but she was a performer, so it's, it's a little weird. Performers are f***ed up. So I was like, so I DM'd her, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. We back and forth talking for her. Let's go on a date. Now, I went on a date about 2-3 times with her, right? Then I was like, something ain't right, So then I went on another date with her. She had gone out of town and she was like, hey, can you come? And I'm in Manhattan. She's in Brooklyn, deep in Brooklyn. And usually if you're in Manhattan, you ain't going to Brooklyn.
No, you're
and
not.
vice versa. Yeah, or vice versa. You don't leave your borough. So I was like, okay, I'll come down there. She'd be like, I want to see I go over there. Sitting there, we had a vegetarian restaurant. She tricked me.
Vegetarian is crazy.
I was like, and I'm a foodie, so I'll try whatever, So, and then the waiter, me and him are having a good rapport. So we're having a little fun. And I was like, making fun. I say, oh man, you didn't tell me there was no meat here, man. What? How am I gonna eat? I'm joking with her. Like, we've always joked about that. I always make fun of her vegetarianism. Yeah. She had an attitude that day. She just flipped on me. I wasn't sure. Cause if I know you, there's a rapport we have, and then you flip on me, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, it's not funny today? And you don't want to call me out here. I was already tired. I had just come into town, and I went all the way over there, and she was and then this is what I did. I was like, yo, you're like a today. I can't do this anymore. I said, you're acting up. You switched on me. I traveled all this way. I got it. I'll pay for it. I'm out of this, man. I never saw her again. I was out. I was like, this is bull. Well, you flipped on me. You could at least say, hey man, today I'm not really great. But you asked me to come. I never go where I'm not wanted. I don't do that to myself. I'd rather be my motherfucking self than be with somebody that don't want me around. And first of all, I'm not a bothersome dude. I'm not that dude. I never was like that. But when you make me feel like that, we're gonna have a problem. And I'm gonna shut it all down. I'm going, yo, what the is this? Like, and the waiter was like, damn. I remember he was like, I was like, I'm out.
All out.
Yeah, it was like this. It's like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm out, man. I paid for it. Like my mom always said, no matter what, you be the man. I said, I'm gonna leave here. I came a man, I'm leaving a man. You can tell your friends whatever you want. I don't care. And if they ever had me tell them about you, don't worry. They're gonna get a whole mouthful. But you know, this is a
strong man.
But I'm not a man.
Is there a match here?
But the thing about me is I'm a gentleman because I was taught that. I'm a nice guy, you know, but there's that, and that's just Nigerians in general. We will be nice first. But then when you go, hey, wait, you question him.
Nice doesn't mean dumb.
Right. And my pops, I look at my parents, married 40 something years. My father never disrespected my mother, never raised his hand or his voice to my mother. My mother didn't disrespect my dad. It was always ask your father, ask your mother. Yeah. So you gonna disrespect me? And I saw a man that was never disrespected. You ain't talking to me crazy. I don't care. I'll sink this whole ship. That's me. I don't care because I'm still dope. I don't really care. All you gonna do is he was mean to me. I go, yeah, and I'll say it to all you mother. I don't care. I don't give a shit. There's too many women on this planet. For what?
I think because in relationships we all have expectations. I'm interested to even hear your thoughts on this and what your expectations are. Halle Berry's ex-husband, Dave Justice.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, he recently came out and he was talking about how, Halle Berry wasn't, she didn't cook, she didn't clean.
She didn't have to.
I was like, she was Halle Berry.
I would have made toast on that bread.
Do you?
Halle.
What are your thoughts on gender roles?
Gender roles. If you want I feel like a man that wants a traditional woman has to be a traditional man. Like, you can't say, oh, I want you to be you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta suck my dick when you want it, you gotta do this, that, and the third. That's a traditional woman. Like, you can't say as a man.
Wait a minute, hold on. What's wrong with that part?
Listen.
What's wrong with that?
Listen.
I just want to know.
I'll tell you what's wrong with it.
Okay, I'm sorry. What's wrong with the head job? Do my laundry and get my. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was agreeing with.
I said that if you want a traditional woman, you have to be a traditional man. If you want a woman to adhere to those traditional roles, then you have to be the provider. You can't be like, oh, I want to be in a 50-50 relationship, but I also want you to do all the cooking. I also want you to do all the cleaning. I also want you to suck my dick when I want you to. But also you have to do 50-50. You have to contribute 50 to the household. You have to contribute 50 to the bills. That doesn't make sense. At this point, it's like, okay, so this is a group project, or you want me to do 90% of the labor and you just want to write your name on it and get the credit. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. So that's how I feel in terms of gender roles. Like, I feel like if you want a traditional woman, you have to be a traditional man. If you don't want to be a traditional man, then you can't expect to have a traditional woman. If you don't want to be the kind of man who's a sole provider, you want to be in a 50-50 relationship and you want to find you a 50-50 woman, then know that in that 50-50 relationship, then you two are gonna have
do
to
the cooking,
do the cooking and the cleaning. Yeah. Then when I want you to, you do what the you gotta do when you gotta do it.
You want to munch the carpet.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'll be like this. I like 50-50. I'm sorry. What? Is that gross? Sorry about that.
No,
I'm single, man. I'll be like.
And that's the noise you make.
Was you an alpha?
What?
Was you ever in a fraternity? I would have been a
Q if I pledged. I would have been Omega.
Yeah, he would have been a Q for sure. A Q dog?
On my campus.
That's actually what I wanted to. I wanted to pledge Omega.
No, you would have been a Kappa.
You think so?
Yeah.
On my campus, it's the Kappas and the Qs that I
He would have been a Q, you would have been a Kappa.
The Alphas, but the Kappas and the Omegas on my campus, Oh,
It was because of Shaq. Shaq, when I was growing up, like that was like.
Michael Jordan, Shaq, Bill, everybody, Omega, and my friends, my co-host on my podcast, he's Omega. Dante, he's Omega, like hardcore, and they're like, you should be like honorary Q. I said, well, let me know, dog, because Omega, I would have been.
Ain't nobody beat me up. I wasn't gonna get beat up by nobody.
Yeah, I ain't getting smacked.
I thought you would have done like a fly little dance, little shimmy.
That Kappa thing, this
no.
thing. I like the ones when I came to college. They was like this. They did this.
Yeah, he's a Kappa. He's a Q.
The Q's, they haven't changed.
You would have been what? One of the ski or whatever?
Delta.
No, I think I would have been a Delta. Because I did go to, when they were tabling for it in college, I went to the AKA table and they were so nasty.
Well,
like,
they're the first because they're they're the first sorority, the oldest sorority, and also the Deltas came out of the AKAs. They were former AKAs, the 22 founders.
So they were the remix.
So the AKAs are like, we are the original.
No, the AKAs,
we are the 20 pearls.
The AKAs was too big for their britches, is really what it was. They was
really?
too big for their britches.
At
least in my school, they was just like, damn, can y'all relax?
Yeah, we had
friendly at all.
We had a Divine Nine, and I dated like AKs, I dated Deltas. It depends. They were black women. I didn't give a shit what sorority they were in. But, then we had Zeta Phi Beta. We had Sigma Gamma Rho. We had Qs, Kappas. We had Iota Phi Theta. They were 1960.
You know what I pledged?
What you pledged?
Kappa Tridel.
No. I pledged Alpha Kappa Psi, which was, it was a professional co-ed business fraternity.
Yeah,
yes.
Business. I was thinking business. Because we had the biggest fraternal system in my university. We had 52. So University of Illinois, Big Ten. Yeah. We had every we had a Latin fraternity.
Damn.
We had frat houses. We had the Kappa Carnival. Yeah. I was around that.
That's dope.
Like big time. Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm a brother.
You want to get married?
Do I want to get married?
Yeah. You want to get married?
Amen.
Amen. Okay. I didn't know how you felt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, look at you. You want to get married.
What is this? What is this experience I heard about? You were dating at one point, and there was a little cheating situation going on to a married man. That wife called you.
Oh, you ain't.
That called you and said, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Did that really happen?
It did happen.
How did you handle that? And did that make you see like things differently?
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell the story for this.
Thank you. You're like this. Since you want to get married, this is a perfect transition.
No, literally.
You cheated. You scallywag.
I'm asking. I want to know.
No, you treacherous Jezebel.
That was awesome. She ain't. I'm gonna send you some bad emails.
It was like, you treacherous Jezebel.
Wow,
so since you want to get married, let's talk about the married man. You
was with a married dude.
No, listen.
Or not.
No, listen.
Okay,
pause. Story time. Okay, so my first boyfriend ever in life, we started dating my freshman year of college. Okay. I was 18. He was 24.
Perfect.
Yes. I was 18. He was 24. He was an international student from Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Igbo. Yeah.
She gave it to you.
But this is Nigerian American.
Hey, she gave you that look. I know that look. Go ahead.
She went like this, Igbo. She said, that was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's your brother. That's your kinfolk. Yeah, so I was dating this boy my freshman year, my first boyfriend, my first everything, right? Then we dated for 2 years, right? And mind you, backstory, this boy, he was an international student, he was so broke. The guy was broke, like he was so broke to the point where he couldn't afford tuition and his rent. So he stopped paying his rent so he could pay for his tuition, got kicked out of his apartment complex. Where was he left to live? With moi. And I lived in a 4-bedroom dorm.
Nice.
So this dude was literally living in my little shoebox of a dorm room with me, free 99, riding my bike because he didn't have a car because he's broke. So he was riding my bike. So I had to walk around campus. I couldn't even use the damn bike that I bought for my damn self. Right?
With a basket in front.
No, literally, it did have a basket. And it did.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah.
So then we dated for 2 years, right? He was not married when we were dating. Then yes.
Okay,
So he was
okay,
not
okay.
married when we were dating.
Okay.
We was very much like a one-on-one committed relationship.
Okay.
I thought I was going to marry this man.
Wow.
So then 2 years into our relationship, by this point he had graduated because he was doing his master's. He had graduated, and he finally got his own apartment, right? So cool. Like I was spending the night over there, whatever, right? So now this is like right before Thanksgiving break. So I spent the night at his place, and then I woke up the next morning, drove to Houston because I went to school in San Antonio. Drove to Houston to go home, right? So drove home. He was like, okay, babe, make sure you cause this is my boyfriend of 2 years. He's like, okay, babe, make sure you call me when you get home to Houston. I was like, yeah, babe, no problem. So I drive home, and it's like a 3-hour drive. Get to Houston. I text him, hey, babe, I made it here. He didn't text back. I was like, okay. I called him. He didn't pick up. I was like, okay, no problem. Whatever. So I'm chilling with the fam. Bam. Cool. Right. Then I get a call, like a couple hours later, I get a call from his number. It says Bay. And I'm like, oh, Bay's calling. Hold on, mom. BRB. Let me go pick up. So I pick it up and I'm like, hey, baby. And then there's a woman on the other line.
No.
And she goes, hello. I go, hello. And she goes, who is this? I said, you called my phone on my boyfriend's phone. Who the is this? And she goes, I want to know why you've been, she goes, I want to know why you've constantly been calling my husband. I said,
Oh, shit.
I said, who's your husband?
She was like, who's your, like, I'm in shock right now. Who's your husband?
I said, who's your husband? Chinadu. Is Chinadu your husband? Because Chinadu can't be your husband. She goes, yeah, Chinadu. That's my husband. And I don't know why you constantly are harassing us. You're calling him.
Oh,
this,
he's
that, and the
lying.
third.
He's saying stuff
It's
to
a
her.
white woman, right? And I'm like, this is a white woman, right? So I'm like, why is Becky with the bad hair calling me and talking about her fucking husband, my boyfriend of 2 years? So I hang up. I go to my mom. I'm like, mommy? And she's like, what happened? I go, Chinadu's wife just called me. She goes, His what? I was like, his wife. The whole world, the whole house is in shambles. Then I get a call from the number again, my boyfriend's number. So I'm like, he's calling. I pick it up. It's a butt dial. So I hear the who had just called me and my man on arguing. And he goes, babe, I don't know why she's calling.
Wow.
You're a f***ing liar. You're a f***ing liar.
Insanity.
You said you weren't talking to her anymore. You're a f***ing liar. He goes, babe, I told her it's over. I don't know why she's calling me. I go, I'm just listening to all of this like, what? Is this real life? My poor little 20-year-old heart. I'm like, is this real life?
Damn.
And so then I guess they figured out that I was on the phone. So then like I just hear a click and then they hang up.
Damn.
And I'm just like, what the f-? So at this point, I'm calling all his friends. I was like, what? So I call his best friend, Ibuku. I go, IBK, why the f- did I just get a call from Chinadu's number? There's a woman on the other line saying that that's his wife. And he goes, oh, so he finally told you.
You mother.
What the f- do you mean he finally told me? What is going on? Come to find out, this man had gotten married 3 months ago.
For a visa or something?
For a visa. So
Okay.
he could get his green card.
Okay.
No, not okay.
No.
Because first
I mean,
off,
he's
the
just
woman
trying
that
to,
he's
you know,
marrying,
he's just trying to live the dream.
the woman that he married didn't know that she was a paper wife.
How did she not know that?
She's thinking that they're in love.
How does she look?
She's
Raggedy. That means he's trying to get a visa. That's a visa look. That's a visa look.
She looked like a visa.
White girl. And then you know it's a visa. They got to know that.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a visa move.
So, and then that was it. That was the last time you guys ever talked.
No, he did try to contact me a few times. I blocked him. Then he got his friends to call me. I cussed out his friends and I blocked them. Then, that was the last time.
Campus, on the campus.
Crazy story. I'm glad you told that because I was just like, wait, hold on now.
Do I look like I would ever be the other woman for anyone?
Man, I thought we had her.
God forbid!
God forbid.
Never be me!
You know, you hear a lot about this age gap thing. You hear a lot about, like in football, you hear about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. And you hear about, you know, some of these, you know, older men with younger women. What's your thought on older women with younger men? Is there an age gap like that is considered acceptable? Do you have one of those in your mind? Would you date a 70-year-old, an 80-year-old?
Do I gotta do anything with him?
Unless it's like an exceptional one that's like looks amazing.
Unless he looks like
they took well preserved.
Like a George Clooney type of If it was that kind of a silver fox,
that's different.
Okay. So the numbers
no, the number doesn't matter. Okay. And then as far as like I do feel like I don't know. I'm gonna say I have, like before I was so anti older woman, younger guy, because I just feel like men do not mature at the same rate that women do.
No, you guys are biologically more mature
exactly.
than us. Just early.
Well, also, I do feel like that's slightly weaponized incompetence because...
No, biologically.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
But as far as goofies, don't worry. There's a lot of goofy older women I know.
I agree with you, but I feel like that's weaponized incompetence in the sense of so many men use that as an excuse, like, well, you guys you're biologically more mature, so you can't really expect maturity from me because I'm just wired to be immature. No, you two can have sense if you just wake up and decide that today is the day I want to have sense.
I love how you go in and out.
So you were like, no. You have to have sense. Let me tell you something. All this bullshit you're talking about, I just can't do it.
I love how you can go in and out.
That was back to my job, back to my job, then to Akata, back and forth.
You know they don't like that word. You better relax.
I know, I'm just saying. But it's just, but you said nigga, so
I can call. They call it.
I can say because.
Well, yeah,
the knees grow. The knees grow.
You really want to stay as a Nigerian?
I stay away from it. I personally stay away from it.
Yeah, I'm not a big into that.
Yeah.
I don't really say the N word like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a big.
You said what? You said.
I be saying it.
I'm not a big like. I don't say, and I go to Chicago. It's like, and I just don't. I never really, I just never really like did. Every once in a while, my friends, all my friends do it. Wow.
Let's talk professional.
Okay.
You blow up on Netflix, 2 reality shows. Do you think the next transition for you is acting?
Amen.
Is that something that you're interested in?
I would love that. I always say, I was like, I'm an actress. Like, if those reality shows proved anything, is that I can act.
Yeah.
Because I was really, and on the trust, I was acting like I trusted them folk at the end. And on Perfect Match, I was acting like I like somebody, that man or boy, because I don't want to insult men.
Yeah,
boy. Yeah, and you were in a music video too. Like what was that experience like?
I was on 2. Was I on 2 or 3? I was on 2.
Okay. It
was nice. It was cute. Like a little music video behind.
You dancer?
No. The first one, I was just supposed to be like a background extra. And then they saw me and I just started talking. They were like, oh, you could read some lines. And I was like, can I? They're like, yeah, the way you talking, you could read some lines. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And so like I read some lines and I ended up being like one of the main
talking.
Yeah, I had a talking role.
Who's the artist?
Mona Leo. Do you know Mona Leo? Oh. She's a rapper. She's a Houston-based rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the song is We Not Humpin'. That was in my that was like 2 years ago.
Okay. What was it called?
We Not Humpin'.
We Not Humpin'.
He's gonna be looking at that
one
tonight.
Of the top 40s, We Not Humpin'. And coming at number 1, We Not Humpin'. And you will see Tolú in one of our
and I wasn't
film debuts.
I feel like we're gonna see you somewhere.
Amen.
Like I feel like we're gonna see you somewhere, whether it's a series, a movie on the silver screen, whatever it is. Is there an entertainer that you look up to? You like, yo, this is somebody I've kind of like modeled myself, or this is somebody I've really been keen in on, or you just saying I'm just taking whatever path opens up?
I believe that God is going to open up the right path for me. But one entertainer that I really I love, that I can see a lot of myself in, or I see a lot of similarities, is Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
When I tell you, I love her. I adore her.
What do you love about Issa?
I love her work ethic. I love the fact that Issa, she entered a market that wasn't meant for her, that had no space for her.
She made a lane.
And made a lane.
Damn
made
right
a way
did.
For herself.
Sure
like
did.
From Insecure Black Girl on YouTube.
Awkward Black Girl?
Awkward Black Girl on YouTube, turning that into Insecure.
Yeah.
She's literally
Sickening.
like, her work ethic that's my inspiration. That is my aspiration, actually. And I just love how she's able to just make all these different, like, she wears so many different hats when it comes to entertainment. She's an actress. She's a writer. She's a director. She's a producer. She's everything. And I love that. She never said that, oh, well, I'm Issa, so I have to stay within these boundaries or these limits. She's seen herself as limitless, and her, like, the places that she's gone with her talent, limitless. And that's how I see myself. Like, I don't want to put myself in a box. I want to go wherever my talent can take me.
So would you continue to do reality shows? Because, you know, you've been such a big hit on that. You know, sometimes you can be put in this. I heard Dwayne Johnson talking about this, being put
after doing Smashing Machine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like being typecast.
Yeah.
And like, hey, you are hey, we got another, reality show. Is that something you're looking to do? Or are you going, I've been there, I've done that, I now want to advance to something else?
I would like to advance into scripted, but I'm not going to shut myself off from more unscripted, because I'm really good at it. I'm entertaining. I know how to not make a show, but I know how to be an entertaining part of a show. Yeah. It came from being ugly growing up, or being told that you're ugly growing up. Like, from the era that I grew up, like, this is before the natural hair movement, before Black Lives Matter. This is when being dark skin, brown skin or dark skin was ugly. Having 4C hair was ugly. Being African was an insult. Jesus. So, like, literally every single aspect of myself, I was taught or told that I should hate. I was told that, like, this is not the standard. You don't fit the standard. But what was the question?
Yeah, I said, how did that turn? You said it came from being good and doing. You said, I'm really, really good.
Oh, yeah. So I was told,
it came from being ugly.
So because of that, because I don't have, like, the pretty privilege, I was forced to grow a personality. Like, cause pretty people don't have to have a personality because they're beautiful. They have the pretty privilege. So it's
kind of like that syndrome that you hear people saying, like, the people who are the man or the woman, the girl in school. Yeah. Like, they tend to grow up and not be, much of what they were in high school. And the ones that people make fun of, they peak, and these ones because they had to rely on other skills.
Precisely.
That's a really cool, interesting thought, because some people give up or stay in that space, and you utilize it in a different way. I noticed something though on the show, and because you talked about being made fun of for, like, the short hair, and on the show you went from wearing the short hair, and there was a time, I think it was like the third or fourth episode, you went to the wig. Was that from a place of, were you getting negative feedback from people saying stuff about your hair, or was there something that triggered you? What made you be able to have that same thing where you were, now putting on a wig with longer hair?
They didn't have a barber on the thingy, and I was like, I need a fresh fade. Like,
how did they not know to bring?
Yeah, they didn't have a barber, and I needed a fresh fade, and I was like, y'all, I am a woman with a low cut. It has to be clean, otherwise, like, I won't feel beautiful. Like, and with 4C hair, like, you know how it is. Yeah. You used to know how it was.
You used to know how. Okay. I'm fools with you. I like
it. Well, I understand.
Company can make fun of me. You can't.
Well, you can rub your chin, mother.
That was good.
Oh, man, I know. It is what it is.
But you know how it is when you don't have, like, a fresh fade, and you just don't feel like So as a woman especially, I was like, y'all, if you don't bring me a barber, I'm putting the wigs on. So they didn't bring me a barber. I was like, and you know what? I brought these wigs back up. I'm putting the wigs on. They had even told me, they're like, no, Tolú, don't put the wigs on. I was like, well, who in the hell?
Like a fuzzy tennis
what?
ball.
I was like, y'all gonna have me going out there looking crazy. I'm already a bald woman. I already know I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna be a bald woman with little kitchens and BBs. No, I'm not doing that. So I put the wigs on for, I think, like, a couple episodes, and then they were like, all right, we want her to go back bald. So they got me a barber.
Wow.
Literally while everybody was asleep. They wake me up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. They're like, Tolú, come on. I was like,
Yeah.
And then, like, they sneak me to, like, the back of the house. Yeah. And there's, like, a Dominican barber waiting for me. And I go, Oh, yeah. Y'all wanted the sexy back at me? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
I can be bald
That's
again.
a cool backdrop to knowing that. I mean, you know, when you did cut your hair, like, and you talked about feeling that and owning that sexiness, where did that come from? Because not a lot of black women, you know, feel that the short hair brings that sexiness, and it's cool to hear that because short hair to me is sexy, long hair is sexy, mid hair is sexy. Like, where did you get that? Like that? Yeah, this is me.
It was during COVID. So during COVID, like I was natural, right? I'm a really bad natural. Like I'm a bad natural. I don't do the whole 17-step wash day. That's too much. Yeah. So I noticed that like my hair, it wasn't giving what it needed to give. Yeah. So it was already quarantine. We wasn't seeing nobody. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just cut it off and grow it back like afresh. So I went to my dad's room because my dad's bald AF. He has his little clippers. He cuts his hair himself, right? And I go, Daddy, like, I want to cut my hair. Can you cut my hair for me? He goes, you want me to bob your head? No, I cannot bob your head. Why would I bob your head? I was like, Daddy, cut my hair. He's like, no, I will not bob it. I was like, okay, no problem. So I went in, I got his clippers, and I had me a cute little Britney Spears moment. So I started clipping it myself. And then eventually he saw I already started. So my dad came in and helped me. And then when I was done, I looked in the mirror because, again, I also wanted to cut my hair off because, one, it was COVID. Nobody was seeing me. Right. 2, the natural hair wasn't growing the way that I wanted it to. And 3, I noticed that like a lot of the wigs that I wore were very big, voluminous, like afro, cover up like 80% of my face. And I noticed that I did that because like, again, remember I told you I entered modeling as a way to build my confidence. So I noticed that I wore big hair as a way to like hide my face. So I was like, okay, so we gotta dead all of this before everybody's back outside. Right. We gotta be a new, bigger, better. So when I cut my hair, I was like, now you're forced to fall in love with your face because there's nothing there to like drape over it or cover you. And so, yeah, I cut it. And then when I cut it and I put it on, Instagram, I put it on my close friends on Instagram, everybody was like, oh, never grow hair again. This is it. Never grow hair. And I was like, oh yeah, wait, y'all did I do something? So yeah, and then after that I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm bald now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool affirmation. What about on the dating show when you're kissing up on folks like that? I was like, what would a Nigerian parent say about their daughter kissing up on? What'd your parents say about that? Be honest, keep it real. You always do, you know.
Just kissing up on people.
Yeah. There was a part where I had to kiss every single man in the house.
What did your parents say? I want to know. And you have to do it with the accent.
Did they see that episode?
Hell yeah, they saw that episode.
Yeah.
You had to make out with every guy?
Yeah, had to make out with every single one. I was blindfolded, had to make out with every single dude. Yeah, it was a kissing challenge. And then I even made a comment in the confessionals. I was like, oh my God, I could just imagine my African parents watching this. My dad is gonna be like, Tolú, I did not send you to TV to be kissing on boys. What are you doing? Wow. And so they put that on there. Yeah. And then they showed me kissing every single person in the freaking house. And then afterwards.
How many?
I think it was 6 dudes. 6? Yeah, that was the most amount of men I've kissed in this
one
decade.
Sitting. Yeah. Oh, in this. She said in this decade.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So then, Daddy and Mommy, they watched it. They were chill. Daddy didn't watch it like all the way. Mommy said that he would just like cover his eyes when that part would come on. Yeah. But then afterwards, I was like, so what did y'all think? They were like, you needed to do it. It's part of your career, so.
Yeah, and then you matched. This was cool because you ended up matching with the white man on the show. Like, what have you learned about interracial dating?
I didn't learn anything particularly on the show because my ex-boyfriend, my most recent ex-boyfriend, the one after Chinedu, not the bastard, the one after him.
If you say bastard, you're really offended.
Yeah. He's a bastard. Stupid bombasta.
The fool.
So after Chinedu, I dated this dude that I went to school with, and he's Mexican. And we dated for like 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was
So
in
you had interracial.
I was in a whole ass interracial relationship at that point.
Do you have a preference? Because I know for me, when my mom was alive, she was like,
You was mad at us, huh?
Why don't you date a Nigerian woman? Why don't you date a... Did you get that from your parents?
Because she was mad.
No, my parents are very much like,
You trauma-dated.
stupid.
We get it. Sorry.
We don't care the culture that you marry into as long as he loves, respects, appreciates you. And he's a man of God. That's all they care about. As long as he's a man of God and he loves, respects, and appreciates me, they don't care what culture he's in. Yeah, but on the show, being with Chris, we wasn't my cup of tea.
He wasn't your cup of tea?
No.
Okay, all right. We got a little game we're going to play. You ready?
Little game.
You ready for a little game? And then we're going to wrap it up. We appreciate you messing with us.
Tolú. Truth or dare, Tolú?
Truth or dare? Ooh.
Truth or dare?
Truth or dare. All right. Okay, we like to close every episode.
Oh, not me thinking that was really the game.
With the Godfrey's a Godfrey game right here. Okay, today we're going to play Truth or Dare.
Dare. Just because why not? Let's see what you got going on. Wait.
Show the fans the last photo in your gallery.
Oh, that's not even scary.
Okay, dang.
Yeah. Oh, y'all thought it was going to be spicy content? Please.
Dang.
Oh, that's a video. That's not a video.
That's cheating.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Photo.
Whoa. 154.
Oh, hell no.
The one before
Forget that.
Hold on. The one before. Hold on. The one before 154.
Okay, you want to do the one before?
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yeah, you thought you had me. I'm a child of God.
Okay. Truth or dare? Which one you
Get dare.
All right. Tell us who your current crush is. Whack too, huh? I didn't write this.
Whack. That's a truth question.
It's there.
It's there. It's there or it's there. It's one of them.
My current crush.
It's there.
Myself.
Yeah.
Damn. Narcissist.
Yeah, and is.
Truth or dare?
There.
Again?
Yeah,
Damn.
why not? You got some juicy
Read
truth?
the last message in your friend's group chat.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, dang.
You'll be like, are you coming to church?
I got no secrets.
Are you coming to church? Remember, God loves her. Dang, he's terrible.
I need to make sure she's telling the truth on here. Don't be screening through. Okay, all right.
Nah, I'll give y'all a better one.
What did it say?
I just have to make sure she wasn't pulling up the... Oh, she's thinking about that one. I'm looking at the face. She's like...
Yeah. That one right there.
That one right there.
No.
She said...
Let me lick you up and down. When you say stop.
No, she said, OMG, I'm at a video shoot, and why did I get horny while doing a scene where I'm basically caressing a guy's face, like we about to kiss, then I pull him onto the bed.
Whoa. Oh, she was just acting and she got a...
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Is that good?
That was real good. I know why you gotta look at that. That was dope. You killed it.
Oh, wow. Well done.
Well done. Truth or dare with
Thank you so much for hanging with us on 154.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Long life and prosperity.
Amen. Cheers.
Amen. 154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like. Ain't no place.